Running a Fever, Episode 407, the Turkey Springs Trail at Mount Magazine State Park in Arkansas. Welcome to Running a Fever. My name is Michael Davis. This is a podcast about fitness, diet, and medicine. Turkey Springs Trail. My goal is to live a long, healthy, happy, active life right up to the very end. If that's your goal, you're in the right place. We'll get there together. Now you can see we're on the Turkey Springs Trail. At Mount Magazine State Park in Arkansas. 0.3 miles. Level of difficulty not specified. So we'll see how it goes. This is supposed to be an old wagon road, is how it's described. So it does look a little wider than the Greenfield trail we did yesterday. And folks, it is cold out here. You can't tell. You've got the sun shining there. It is cold. Now down in Paris, Texas, which is the nearest town, it's still like, I don't know, 20 miles away or something. It is 51 degrees. Up here on Mount Magazine, 37 degrees today. 37 degrees. Not the coldest weather I've been walking in, but it's pretty cold. I don't know what the wind chill is, but the real feel down in Paris is 40 degrees, so I know it's colder up here. Certainly because of the wind. We do have a little shelter from the wind because we've got trees here. We also don't have the sun, so feeling pretty good today. Had a little back pain this morning. Took some Advil and I feel pretty good right now. I thought my legs would be sore from yesterday, but no, I'm feeling fine. It was a pretty steep climb yesterday for me, and a long one. That's why I'm taking the short one today. And it looks like, I don't know, so far it's pretty level. I'm knocked on a tree. I can see wearing gloves today made by master knitter Henrietta Davis. And they are toasty warm. And they're gonna be toasty warm eventually. Took 4 minutes for my truck to warm up this morning. Usually only takes a minute in my garage. Yeah, this is a nice, flat, wide trail. Can move a lot faster. And we're going to Turkey Springs. Let's see what that's like. Probably wet, maybe frozen over. I had ice on my windshield this morning. Like I say, I got the hood up, gloves on. Probably should have worn a couple of extra layers. Another extra layer. You also don't have laundry facilities in the house like I did last time I was here. But cabin 13, now it's starting to get a little rougher. Cabin 13, while I'm staying at this time of year, you can see sunrise and sunset from the back deck, which is pretty awesome. I got video of the sunset this morning, and I will show that to you right now. Beautiful, isn't it? Video of the sunrise. Oh, that was a big step. Yeah, I got a little rocky here. Pretty tough for a mule trying to get up here, or a horse. So I did get some still photos of the sunset last night, but tonight I'm going to get video of it. Maybe I'll show you that tomorrow. Maybe I'll show it to you today. But they look a little more interesting than the Turkey Springs Trail here. It's kind of pretty, the sun coming through the trees. Hopefully it warms up a little bit. Of course, I could have taken this trip in the afternoon, but I prefer mornings. I could just keep thinking about the hot tub. Hot tub is on my mind. 104 degrees. It's going to be real nice. Do have some wind today. Hopefully it's not going to impact my ability to have a fire this evening. But we'll see. Oh, look at that. Some nice colorful leaves that didn't get blown down by the windstorm. It's amazing. They're big red, orange leaves. Lovely. I don't think I'd see any of that in this trip. After the windstorm we had. There's still some over there too. Those still look kind of greenish, maybe gold. Watch says I've been walking for 10 minutes. It should be half a mile on level ground. So this may be the springs coming up here. I see some sort of change in the terrain. Of course, if you were camping up here or something, I don't know, you couldn't get through the mountains. Makes sense, you'd come for a spring. Maybe set up camp here. So here we are. I don't see any trail heading off anywhere else. So this must be Turkey Spring or Springs. Go over here and see if we can get a better picture. There's a little well there, I guess you'd call it. Well, that's it. Turkey Springs. You've now seen it. Yesterday was beautiful. Very little wind, blue skies. Say blue skies, and it was blue skies. But we're actually above the clouds here. So I know when I looked at the forecast, and I can't remember if it was for Paris or for Magazine, which is also nearby. For some reason, they don't have a weather station up on the mountain. I would think they did, but they don't. Either they don't, or I can't figure out what it's named. But yeah, so the prediction was for cloudy weather all week long. And I realized it could be cloudy weather for Paris and Magazine, but not cloudy weather here because we're above the clouds, and all we see is blue sky. Except for Monday, of course. The rain was certainly high enough, so there were clouds above us. But yesterday I looked down on the clouds, so there you go. Prediction was for it to get down to 32 on Thursday. A low of 32 on Thursday. So freezing. But if it's really, let's see, 51, live math here, folks. Don't use any of these numbers. They're live and live math. So 51 minus 37, I believe is 14. So it's 14 degrees cooler on the mountain. And that means we're in for 22, 18 degrees is a low for Thursday. I better save some firewood for Thursday. Wow. Well, we'll see. We'll see what it turns out to be. And there's another little, what do you call something, a branch? What do you call something smaller than a creek? Branch. Bourbon and branch water. But you know what? It feels good. Still feels good out here once you get warmed up. It's brisk, crisp, fresh air. Ah, yes. Leaves, nature. This is it. Psychologically healthy. I want to put that in the medical department, but you know, it's really part of that happy part of the long, healthy, happy, active life, right up to the very end. And we're going through the rough area right now because, you know, happy is relaxed. Okay, this is that big step. I'll try to go around it and not get hurt. Okay, lots of rocks here. It's like some kind of dwelling or nest built by something. I don't know. Could be just happenstance, but although I think some of these little piles of leaves just have rocks under them and everything sort of, when it's blowing around in here. Clings to the rocks. Yes, that's a happy part. You know, we talk a lot about the long part. We talk a lot about the healthy part. We talk about the active part. We don't talk that much about the happy part. Maybe it's because it can be so elusive. It's not something you can just read a book on, although I'm sure there's books on it, and I will probably read them. But they're probably written by psychologists or something like that. But we'll see. Anyway. I gotta pick up the pace here. Nice. Looks more like a wagon road here. Wide and flat. Not as many rocks. I found a relatively flat part of the mountain here, and somebody found out about the spring, and that's where they're going. Now the trail that goes by my house that we've been walking on, and I've got some video of. I'm calling the Spring Creek Trail because it has goes right by the Spring Creek. That's what it's actually named, Spring Creek. Seems kind of unimaginative. When you think of Turkey Springs, kind of makes you wonder. Were turkeys roaming around here? They might like mountainous areas, I don't know. I don't know much about turkeys. But I remember going to this famous rock in Arkansas. Can't think of the name of it. Kind of a dome shaped. Anyway, there are turkeys roaming all over the place there. I don't know why. It was close to Thanksgiving too, like it is now. But I don't see any turkeys up here now. Maybe they followed the turkeys to the springs, and that's why they called them Turkey Springs. Or maybe they brought their turkey up here for Thanksgiving. And ate it there at the springs. And that's why they called it Turkey Springs. Instead of calling it Thanksgiving Springs, it was just turkey. It's all about the turkey.